Annie Leibovitz is undeniably one of the most influential and celebrated photographers of our era. Her remarkable talent for capturing stunning and thought-provoking images has cemented her status as a visionary artist whose work has shaped modern photography. Throughout her illustrious career, she has photographed some of the most influential figures in entertainment, politics, and art, producing iconic portraits that have become part of our cultural history. From her early days at Rolling Stone magazine to her current role as a renowned portrait photographer, Leibovitz's work continues to captivate audiences worldwide. Through her unique vision and meticulous attention to detail, Leibovitz has created a body of work that transcends traditional portraiture. Each image tells a story and evokes raw emotions, allowing us to connect with the subjects on a deeper level. Her ability to capture the essence of a person, whether a Hollywood superstar or a political leader, is truly extraordinary. Annie Leibovitz's contributions to the world of photography have earned her numerous accolades and widespread recognition. Her iconic portraits remain ingrained in our visual culture, reminding us of the power of art and the importance of preserving history. Join us as we dive into the creative journey of Annie Leibovitz and celebrate her lasting impact on the world of photography. My Book Through the Lens. Inspiring quotes from master photographers is now available for purchase. This book is a captivating and inspiring collection of insights, reflections, and wisdom from some of the most renowned photographers in history. Get your copy now. The link to purchase it on Amazon is available below in the description box. Annie Leibovitz was born on October 2, 1949, in Waterbury, Connecticut, United States. Annie, as she is commonly known, grew up in a middle-class family with Eastern European and Jewish roots. Her mother, Marilyn, was a modern dance instructor who nurtured her love for the arts, while her father, Sam, was a lieutenant colonel in the U.S. Air Force. Frequent moves during her childhood shaped her perspective as a photographer. In the late 1960s, while her father was stationed in the Philippines during the Vietnam War, Leibovitz began experimenting with photography, capturing images around the military base. However, she was far from committed to the medium and had no aspirations of becoming a professional photographer. That changed in 1967 when she attended the San Francisco Art Institute, initially studying painting. She soon switched to photography, influenced by modern photographers like Robert Frank and Henri Cartier-Bresson. Frank was known for his documentary style and his engagement with both quotidian and famous subjects. Cartier-Bresson championed a similarly active photographic style in Europe. While still in school in 1970, Leibovitz showed Jan Wenner, creator of Rolling Stone, her photo of poet Allen Ginsberg smoking pot at an anti-Vietnam march. Wenner hired her as a contributing photographer, and the image of Ginsberg became the magazine's cover. Rolling Stone was a new magazine focused on rock music and counterculture, and Leibovitz saw it as an empty canvas waiting to be filled with images. By the time she was 23 years old, Leibovitz had become the magazine's chief photographer and had been given complete artistic freedom to experiment with her work. She created iconic images of influential musicians like the Rolling Stones, Elton John, and Bob Dylan. Through her work, she met Richard Avedon, a famous fashion photographer who mentored her. Leibovitz thrived in the collaborative, social environment of the magazine, especially working with writer Hunter S. Thompson. Thompson's wild lifestyle led to some unique work, including a famous incident where he spat fire in Wenner's face, which Leibovitz captured. Vanity Fair approached Leibovitz in 1983 to become its first chief photographer. It was a risky move from rock and roll photography to a glossy Condé Nast publication, but the timing was right. Vanity Fair saw her as a modern continuation of Edward Steichen's portraiture, with a countercultural edge. The magazine gave her full artistic freedom, attracting celebrities who had never wanted to be photographed before. Unlike at Rolling Stone, budgets were no issue, allowing her to experiment. Her portraits evolved from simple black and white shots to elaborate, staged productions. In 1989, writer and activist Susan Sontag asked Leibovitz for promotional photos, sparking a deep relationship. They never lived together, but were inseparable, residing in neighboring apartments. Though 16 years apart in age, they complemented each other. Leibovitz introduced Sontag to celebrity culture, while Sontag, a photography critic, added depth to Leibovitz's work. The fact that she was even interested in me or my work was just so flattering to me, even as she criticized it. Leibovitz once said, "Sontag could be tough on her at times," but Leibovitz credits Sontag with helping her discover a deeper intellect and seriousness in her photographs. Influenced by Sontag, Leibovitz became the first female artist to have a solo exhibition at London's National Portrait Gallery in 1991. The early 2000s brought several transformative shifts for Leibovitz. During this time, Sontag had been battling acute myeloid leukemia on and off, and in the spring of 2004, she learned that it had returned. Leibovitz did everything possible to help her, but But Sontag succumbed to her illness a few days after Christmas, devastating the photographer. At the same time, her life partner was battling her disease. Leibovitz's father was also gravely ill and passed away from lung cancer just weeks after Sontag. 3 years later, in 2007, Leibovitz's mother died. Despite her success, Leibovitz mismanaged money. By 2009, she was $24 million in debt and had to use the rights to her images as collateral. After a legal battle and selling properties, she repaid her debt and retained ownership of her work. However, this period also brought honors. Being named a living legend by the Library of Congress in 2000, receiving the Royal Photographic Society's Centenary Medal in 2009. And in 2005, with the help of a surrogate, she welcomed twin girls, whom she named Susan and Sam in honor of her late partner and father. Annie Leibovitz is more than just a photographer. She is a storyteller, a visionary, and an artist who has shaped the way we see the world. For over 5 decades, she has captured the essence of history, beauty, and humanity through her lens. Her work is not just about taking pictures. It is about revealing truth, emotion, and the soul behind each subject. From the raw intimacy of John Lennon and Yoko Ono's final moments to the striking elegance of Queen Elizabeth II, from the boldness of the Rolling Stones to the vulnerability of a pregnant Demi Moore, Leibovitz has redefined portrait photography. Her images do more than freeze time. They make us feel, they make us think, they make us see beyond the surface. She has photographed the world's most powerful, most famous, and most admired figures. But her genius goes beyond celebrity. Annie Leibovitz has an unparalleled ability to capture the essence of a person, to find the light in the shadows, to tell a story in a single frame. She reminds us that photography is not just about what we see, but about what we feel. Her journey, which began in the 1960s as a young student with a passion for art, has led her to become one of the most influential photographers of our time. She was the first woman to have her work exhibited at the National Portrait Gallery in Washington, D.C., a testament to her groundbreaking achievements. But her legacy is not just in the halls of galleries or the pages of magazines. It is in the way she has changed the language of photography itself. Annie Leibovitz is not just a witness to history. She is a creator of it. Her images are more than photographs. They are moments, emotions, and echoes of time. She has shown us that photography is not just about capturing faces, but about revealing souls. Her lens has not only documented history, it has shaped it. Beyond her technical mastery, Leibovitz possesses an extraordinary gift for storytelling. Every image she crafts tells a narrative, sometimes bold, sometimes subtle, but always deeply meaningful. She understands that a great portrait is not just about aesthetics, but about connection. Her ability to form relationships with her subjects allows her to capture something raw and unfiltered, something that goes beyond the surface. In her portraits, we see vulnerability, strength, power, and humanity intertwined in a single frame. She has traveled the world, from war zones to royal palaces, from bustling cities to remote landscapes, always in search of the perfect moment. Her photography transcends boundaries, blending fashion, politics, and art into a seamless tapestry of visual storytelling. She has photographed athletes at the peak of their careers, politicians at their most powerful, and everyday individuals with stories just as compelling. No matter the subject, Leibovitz brings a sense of purpose and depth to every image. Her work with publications like Rolling Stone, Vanity Fair, and Vogue has cemented her status as one of the greatest visual chroniclers of our time. Through her lens, we have seen the cultural shifts, the defining moments, and the faces that have shaped our world. She has created images that are both iconic and intimate, challenging the conventions of portrait photography and pushing artistic boundaries with every frame. Leibovitz's photography is not merely an exercise in capturing beauty. It is a meditation on the human experience. Her use of lighting, composition, and color creates a mood, a sense of drama, an undeniable presence that lingers in the mind long after the image is seen. Whether it is a grand, meticulously styled set or a simple, unguarded moment, her ability to convey emotion remains unparalleled. Her influence reaches beyond the world of photography. She has inspired countless artists, photographers, and creatives to look deeper, to push the limits of their craft, and to use their work as a means of storytelling. She has proven that photography is not just a profession, but an art form, a way to communicate, a way to make history tangible. And so, as we look at her work, we are reminded of the power of an image, The power to inspire, to challenge, to move. The power to tell a story that words cannot. The power to freeze a moment in time, yet make it feel eternal. Because in the end, photography is not just about seeing. It's about feeling, about experiencing the unspoken, about capturing the fleeting moments that define our existence. And through Annie Leibovitz's eyes, we don't just see the world. We feel its pulse, its beauty, its truth. She reminds us that an image can speak louder than words, that a single frame can hold an entire story, and that the power of photography lies in its ability to make us not only witness history, but truly understand it.